Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Welcome to I Made This, for the first in a series of displays of drag looks that I've made. This is the first ever, not first ever garment, I would say the first ever successful garment, honestly. And not that it's perfect, no it's not. But this is my first ever drag look as well. So this actually started off as a different project. I was making a lot of halter tops. And this was the base for this halter top. And I was taking pictures of it on my friend and I was like, oh, this is kind of ugly and boring and I don't like it. And so I took off the top part and I was like, well, what else can I do with this? I always wanted to flourish something with like flowers. I do know how to crochet even though I don't do it much. So I was like, I feel like if I just crochet like 5 stitches and then bring that first one over the last one and then do another 5 and then do it over and over again, it'll like create these petals. And it did. And so I made these little flowers. So then I got this other yarn I had and made some leaves and some vines. And again, this was just as a top. I wasn't even thinking a drag moment. But then I was like, oh, well, this would be really cool. What if I could incorporate this into a whole ensemble? So I crocheted these really long strings and made a bunch of them. So unfortunately, this doesn't really show up too well in the final result, but I kind of like the idea that there was like this thin string for this part that turns into the chunky crocheted part, and that it would add this somewhat dimension. I think that would have made a difference if I took the time to make like double or triple the amount of these like strings that I did, because then it would be like a lot more thin up here and then it would kind of poof up and it would just look a lot more full. So there'd be like this sort of transparent part here or meshy where you can see my skin, and it would just become a lot more opaque as you went down. So that didn't really happen. And that is pure laziness. I could have and still can make a lot more of these. But I also decided to throw in a lot of colors, so it was like this droopy moment with the vines. And I made these straps too instead of the original halter crisscross top because I just thought it was ugly. I made a little flower for the hair. And this was from my Valentine's Day drag, but I thought that it fit with the roses, even though it's a different shade of red. I'm not gonna talk about it. So I thought the nude pump goes with this theme of like, oh, I'm just barefoot out in nature, you know? But it's like the drag version of being barefoot and like living off the land and like making an outfit out of flowers and vines and stuff. But you know what? I'm still very proud of this as a first drag look that I can say like, oh, I made this look. Like I made this pink cardigan shawl moment that I wore in several looks. The main dress or whatever it was paired with, I never made. So it's really cool to be like, this is mine. And I have other projects that I'm working on in my head. My brain is too quick for my own good. That's why I'm so proud that I have something to show for, because there's so many projects that I start and I don't finish. All right, so I already stopped filming and then I remembered that I forgot a very crucial part of this outfit, which is the panty region, because I miscalculated how long each strand would cover my body and how many I had made. I was like, well, this is, even if I'm not naked, it will look really weird. Like something needs to cover that area. And so I quickly knitted up a panty that is very ugly, but I think just, it does the job. Literally just like, yep, there it is. That's my, just to cover the crack. All right, this might not be the most fitting look to be playing guitar in, but you know, whatever. Someday my dreams will come. Someday we'll come and go to this castle of love to be happy forever. I know. So let me know what you think of this outfits. And if you have any, I don't know, I don't think I need suggestions or recommendations for edits or anything. Like, I know the state of this. Like, I mean, I guess if you really hate it, feel free to let me know. But like, realistically, I'm proud of this, but I know it's a little sloppy in some areas. I think this is a great starting place for me, and so I'm not really concerned about like, how do I make this better, you know, because I'm all ready to move on to the next thing. I hope that you liked something about it. I don't know. So with that, I will say thank you and have a lovely life.
Someday we'll meet again, and away to bitch.